Hi everyone, this is Amina, and today we are reading a book called Life in Oceans. Welcome to an ocean. It is a busy day at the reef. Sunbeams stream through the shallow water. Orange and white clownfish swim past the coral. They dart in and out of sea anemones. A hammerhead shark slinks past. Its eyes are on the side of its head. The shark hunts for prey. A bright green parrotfish nibbles at the reef. It eats algae growing on the corals. This ocean is a water biome. A biome is a place in nature that supports certain types of life. Plants and animals of a biome are especially suited to live there. The ocean is the largest biome in the world. Let's dive deeper into the ocean biome. What is an ocean? Oceans are an important part of life on Earth. They cover more than 70% of the Earth's surface. Oceans contain salt water. The water is always on the move. Oceans have currents, tides, and waves. The ocean floor is also an exciting place. It is anything but flat. Mountains, valleys, canyons, and volcanoes rise and fall from the ocean floor. Oceans have changed over time. All the land on Earth was once together in a continent. The rest of the world was a large ocean. The land shifted over time. It broke apart into 7 continents. Today, the world has 5 oceans. There are the Arctic Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, and the Southern Ocean. In some places, the ocean is very warm. In other places, the ocean temperature changes. It is warm in the summer and cool in the winter. The Southern and Arctic Oceans are always very cold. The Arctic Ocean is frozen into a giant ice sheet at the North Pole. Another ice sheet is near the South Pole. All kinds of life. The world's oceans are home to many kinds of life. Fish, mammals, mollusks, and other animals live in oceans. Some are very big. Whales are large mammals. They breathe air and give birth to babies. Other ocean life is tiny. Plankton are small plants and animals. Plankton drifts in ocean currents. They are food for many ocean animals. The ocean is also home to algae. These simple organisms use sunlight to survive. Kelp is one form of algae. Giant kelp forests grow in shallow ocean waters. Kelp forests are important habitats for many creatures. Sea otters use kelp in a surprising way. They wrap kelp around their bodies before going to sleep. This keeps them from drifting away. Kelp forests provide food and shelter for many fish and other animals. Changing with the tide. The ocean biome has many different areas. These areas are home to different kinds of life. The edge of the ocean changes with the tide. Tides are caused by the pull of the sun and moon on Earth's oceans. During high tide, a coastal area may be underwater. It is dry during low tide. There are 2 low tides and 2 high tides each day. Many plants and animals live in tidal areas. They must survive both in water and on land. Clams are common on sandy beaches. They burrow into the sand at low tide. Crabs scuttle around the beach. They eat clams that did not hide in time. In rocky areas, bladderwrack clings to underwater rocks. This seaweed can survive out of the water during low tide. Sometimes the tide leaves pools of water when it goes out. These are tidal pools. Many animals crowd into a small tidal pool. Sea anemones and sea stars cling to rocks. Sea urchins eat algae off the pool's floor. Many creatures remain in tidal pools during low tide. Shallow seas. Life is most common in shallow waters near land. The water is warmer here than in deep waters. Sun shines through the water. This allows plants and algae to grow. Algae drift in the water. Seagrass grows on shallow floor. Algae and seagrass create their own food. They use a process called photosynthesis. They make food from the sunlight's energy. Plankton are also common in this part of the ocean. Small jellyfish feed on plankton. Larger jellyfish eat larger prey. They hope to catch fish or crustaceans. But jellyfish need to be careful. The green sea turtle grazes on seagrass. It also loves to snack on jellyfish. Huge tuna fish cruise the sunlit waters. They hunt for smaller fish or squid. Shark, dolphin, and whale hunt tuna. At the coral reef. Coral reefs are busy with many different kinds of life. These leaves are found only in warm, shallow waters. Corals are tiny animals. They have soft bodies, but they have tougher outer skeletons. Coral usually lives in communities. Coral skeletons remain when the animal die. New corals grow on top of the skeletons. Over time, huge reefs can form. Algae grow on coral. It gives the reefs brilliant colors. It also keeps the corals alive. Corals get much of their food from algae, but some corals eat plankton and even small fish. Sea fans and sponges grow on the reefs. They filter plankton from the water. Other animals like sea urchins and small fish eat the coral's algae. Moray eels lurk in holes or gaps in the reef. These snake-like predators hope to catch small fish. Sharks, sea turtles, dolphins, octopuses, and many other creatures live near the reef. The open ocean. The open ocean include ocean waters far from land. The water is very deep. Deeper water have fewer nutrients. There are no rocks, plants, or reefs where animals can hide. Most animals live near the ocean's surface. This area has the most sunlight. It is very dark in deeper water, but many animals have found ways to survive. Plankton is common throughout the open ocean. Herring and other small fish eat the plankton. Sharks, tuna, and dolphin feed on these fish. Many fish swim in groups called schools. This helps protect them from predators. Fish must also watch for predators from the air. Seabirds hunt for fish. Some birds follow pods or groups of dolphins. Dolphins are excellent hunters. These birds hope the dolphins will lead them to fish. The open ocean is home to some of the largest animals. The blue whale is the largest animal to have ever lived on Earth. It can grow up to around 100 feet or 30 meters long. It eats very small animals, including krill. The deep, dark sea. Most of the ocean is more than a few miles deep. This deep part of the ocean is mostly a mystery. Little is known about what lives near the deep ocean floor. It is difficult for scientists to study this area. It is very cold. The water pressure is very great. The water weight pushes down. Animals not used to the pressure cannot live there. It is also completely black. No sunlight makes it far down. Animals in the deep ocean are some of the strangest on Earth. Fish with huge teeth search for prey in the darkness. Giant tube worms cling to hot vents. The vampire squid has glow-in-the-dark eyes. It can pull its own skin around itself like a black cloak. This is how the squid hides from predators. Other animals are completely see-through. Some deep-sea creatures produce their own light. The anglerfish has a glowing lure sticking out of its head. The lure attracts its next meal. Mysterious giant squid also swim the deep ocean waters. They can grow to be more than 40 feet or 12 meters long. Their eyes are the size of dinner plates. The ocean food chain. All kinds of plants and animals live in the ocean biome. Each is an important part of an ocean's food chain. This is the way the plants and animals work together in a habitat. Sunlight is the start of most food chains. It provides the energy needed by algae. Plankton eat tiny algae. Krill and other animals feed on plankton. Many fish and mammals eat krill. And larger fish like sharks and tuna eat smaller fish. Some of the biggest animals like killer whales eat sharks. All life in the ocean biome is very important. Its plants and animals work together to create a healthy habitat. What if krill disappeared from the biome? Many other creatures will not have food to eat. Every living plant and animal is an important part of the ocean biome. In one kind of food chain, krill whales eat sharks. Sharks eat large tuna fish eat small herringfish eat krill eat plankton eat algae, and algae use energy from the sun to grow. And this, my friends, brings us to the end of that book. I hope you were able to learn something new about oceans and all the different kinds of lives that live in the oceans. I know I did, and I will see you again very soon with a new informative book. Till then, take care and stay safe.